why am I qualified to talk about sales? I don't know if any of you are Catholic in this room, grew up in Catholic grade school system, and pretty much your church and your school have you selling things from the time you get your first Holy Communion. Raffle tickets, you name it, chocolate bars, I've done it. In college I worked at Nordstrom on the sales floor and learned some key tools there as well. So what I'm going to focus on is the pitch. And I'm passionate about this particular piece of it. I'd like to talk about the pitch across the entire sales cycle, as Ross and Tyler were talking about making every touch point with that customer meaningful. But for me, I think the two most important is the first introduction when you make your elevator pitch as first meeting. That's where you kind of set the tone for the relationship. First and foremost, we talked, Tom, you mentioned about listening to the customer. So when I talk about feeling their pain, it's not sympathizing with it, it's empathizing. That means I share your pain because I sat in your shoes. I know how bad it is. I know what it's like to have to drive more revenue or save costs or save the world. Elevation. If you're doing B2B sales into a large enterprise, there are many elevations that your conversation has to be tailored towards. So are you talking to the CEO of the company? Are you talking to the VP of e-commerce? Are you talking to a product manager? And so know exactly who you're talking to and at what the proper elevation that is. How do you know that? How do you know what their pain is? Because you walked in their shoes, but you've done your homework. You know before you talk to them, because you talked to your advisor, you got an intro, and you can identify what the proper elevation is at that target company, as well as what is their most painful problem that you have a killer solution for. It needs to be a relevant conversation, obviously. Short and to the point. What's in it for them? Really, what about this relationship and why are you uniquely positioned to help solve their pain? And gift. So I'm not talking about diamonds or stupid hats. I'm talking about giving them something meaningful, an introduction to one of their customers that they want to get into. A piece of data that is meaningful to them that they've never had access to before. Why? Because you're going to make them look good, that they can use it for their next customer presentation or perhaps to their presentation to the CEO. Something meaningful and tangible. The other thing it does, it helps establish your credibility. It's like, I know about this because I live it and I breathe it and I'm an expert.